When I say racist, I'm not just talking about white people, I'm talking about all racist. Black racist, Asian racist, Hispanic racist. You know, there's a difference between pride for your people, pride for your culture, and supremacy. Supremacy is, you know, when you think white people are better than black people, or when black people think that black people are better than white people. That's that's supremacy. That's racist. Now, if you're white and you say I'm proud of being white, then that's not a problem. It's the same thing as when black people say I'm proud of being black. But what I noticed is a lot of white people think that being in the KKK or being a white supremacist is having white pride. No, it's not having white pride. It's you thinking that your race is superior and thinking that every other race is subhuman. Okay. YouTube is like the place for racist people to gather and comment on um, other races. Like they'll go to a video of a black chick shaking her ass and look at this big monkey shaking her ass. But if you go to that dude's page, like all his favorites are this me dancing to Soldier Boy and me dancing to another black artist. Like hypocritical, first of all. And then you have those who go on those videos and simply start a race argument. Oh, you freaking big black monkey, you guys should go back to the jungle. And then your black guy comes in, well, cracker, if you come here to my hood and say that shit, I'ma fuck you up. Watch, you'll get fucked up if you come to my hood. And then the white guy goes, well, you fucking nigger, you come to my town and I will have you hung as soon as you come. Like, it's not solving anything. It's just making it go on. It's fueling the fire when you fucking get into it with these ignorant ass people. That's what they want. They have no life. They're sitting there at home in their computer. Their numbers are dwindling. People who are thinking that white is the supreme race are now having something different. They're facing reality. They're turning on their TV and they're not seeing a white man in head of the country. They're seeing more and more black people rising up, more and more educated black people, more and more educated Hispanics, more I was gonna say educated Haitians, and I'm gonna say that too because it's stereotypical to think that all Asians are smart. I know some Asians, and they'd be the first to tell you that they're not that smart. Now, the N word. I was watching a video today of a guy, a teacher, and he uses the word nigga, yeah, with an A, to a black student. I have the link, you know, on the little sidebar thing. But you know, and I clicked on this and I'm like, oh, this is an outrage. How are you gonna use the N-word to a black student? And then I'm watching it and I'm listening to the guy's reply. So if you're not gonna watch it, I'm just gonna tell you a quick synopsis. Boy says, you know, he's hanging by the door and the white teacher goes, sit down, nigga. And it's an outrage. And the guy, the teacher, in his defense, he says that he used that word to connect to his black students because they use the word nigga as a term of endearment, as someone would say dude or someone would say bro. Now I'm thinking, yeah, so what? We use the word nigga to refer to each other, but that doesn't give the white man or the Spanish man, which a lot of Spanish people do use the word nigga, but it's not as bad as the white people saying the word nigga. It's bad when white people use it, but it's okay when Spanish people or Asian people use it. Now, that's kind of funny to me because not so long ago, a friend of mine had gotten jumped by a bunch of Spanish guys, and while they were beating him up, they kept saying stuff like, "Yeah, nigger, take this, nigger. This is what you get for coming around here, nigga." Like, they can use it derogatorily, but then they can also use it when they want to address their friends. Like, that's a big double standard that we have with that word. Now I understand why Oprah and Bill Cosby and them wanted to not use that word anymore. It's because like for the African American person, it holds a lot of baggage. It brings a lot of baggage. Like, we have a lot of feeling towards that word. And even back in the times of slavery, when blacks used that word to address other blacks, they weren't doing it as a term of endearment. It was kind of, like, oh, yeah, that nigga over there and this nigga, like, it was derogatory. If they wanted to address each other, they would address each other by names or by something. But when they called someone a nigger, it was not good. It wasn't a compliment. It was saying that that person's a nigger. And nowadays, we are not niggers. Some of us, most of us, any of us, we are not niggers. We can read, we can write, we can do math, we can count, we can run for president. That doesn't qualify us as being niggers. So that word, I'm going to try and phase that word out of my vocabulary. I am the biggest user of the word nigga. Like, when I speak to my friends, when I speak to my little brother, anybody besides moms and pops, I use the word nigga. And I'm trying to etch that out because, like, really, how many people get in trouble because of the word nigga? How many white guys get beat up for using the word nigga? And then, as a result of that, how many black people are being charged with assault? The word nigga should not have any effect on us anymore. We have grown so much as a culture and so much as a society that the only people who think that word has an effect on us are those who want it to have an effect on us. Those white supremacists, they think that, like, anybody of an other race who want to get under black people's skin use the word nigger, and we give it power by getting mad at it. Like, it's a word. Sticks and stones, Sticks and freaking stones. That word, it needs to be shot down something. Because, like, seeing all this crap, like, that's what these people on YouTube think. Like, oh, I'll get under his skin by calling him a nigger on his page. Or I'll tell him I'll hang you, nigger. Like, just the fact that he said he's gonna hang you should be something to get mad at. But just because he's calling you a nigger, that word should have no power on anybody nowadays. Anyone.